Over 100 students of the Admiralty University of Nigeria, Ibuza, Delta State have been conferred with bachelor's degrees in various disciplines. The colorful convocation ceremony, which was held at the institution multipurpose hall, was the third since its establishment 7 years ago. The event witnessed a large crowd comprising top officials of the university, graduating students, their parents and well-wishers, and members of the academia from other tertiary institutions in the country. Our correspondent Rona Adetunji was there and now reports.
Founded on May 29, 2017, Admiralty University of Nigeria, located in Ibuzo, Delta State, has produced over 153 graduates from its first and second convocation ceremonies. The university has now hosted its third convocation ceremonies, which has produced 100 graduates. It was attended by the visitor to the university, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Technology, Efun Warri, Delta State. After the colorful procession by the members of the academia, led by the institution's acting Vice Chancellor, the tone was set for the traditional academic institution's ritual, which began with an address of welcome by the university's registrar and the singing of the Admiralty University anthem by the students. In his opening address, the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Dili Emmanuel Foku, while welcoming the guests, highlighted the achievements of the Admiralty University of Nigeria since its inception. He listed some of the achievements, including the full accreditation of all the courses offered in the institution, and further highlighted the fact that the institution has rapidly grown from a private university on its inception until its takeover by the federal government. He also revealed that the university had been listed for TET fund support and over 20 students have benefited from the scholarship programs. The acting Vice Chancellor expressed appreciation to the National University Commission and other regulatory bodies for their support. Professor Ofoku particularly expressed his appreciation to President Bola Tinubu for the financial support that hastened the institution's growth within a short period. He pointed out that through its rich pool of outstanding lecturers in all faculties and the strong moral molding of its students, the unique selling point of the university was that it produced graduates who were competent, independent, and employable, and also positioned to be employers of labor.
This is so because ADUN not only trains the students on academic subjects, but also in character development, which by extension rubs off positively on the society. This is undoubtedly a unique selling point for ADUN in the community of Nigerian universities. By this, the transition to a full-fledged federal university is gradually coming to a close. We are therefore looking forward to the kind support and assistance of all these bodies to undertake the numerous development programs and projects already earmarked in this university. In readiness, SAP has mobilized themselves into groups. A total of 13 concept notes covering different aspects of study have been submitted to NRF Tech Fund. As I'm talking to you, 3 staff members, Professor Chinwe and Dr. Chiama Hiyaka, have been invited by the Tech Fund National Research Fair.
Delivering the convocation lecture on the theme, Energy Security and Sustainable Development in Nigeria, a former Director General of the Energy Commission of Nigeria, Professor Abubakar Sambu, posited that the appointment of incompetent persons to manage Nigeria's power sector was the bane of the poor power situation in the country. Professor Sani, who is also a member committee of the World Energy Council, West Africa region, and the former Vice Chancellor of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, pointed out that the country had enough human and capital resources to ensure the availability of power to run industries and underdevelopment sectors, but decried the fact that there was a need on the part of the government to inject the political will to mobilize the universities to carry out research projects which would explore alternative power models beyond oil and gas. The convocation guest speaker also called on the government to strengthen the security architecture to ensure adequate protection of all power-related infrastructure across the country, as the issue of frequent vandalism and acts of terrorists had contributed to the frequent collapse of the country's power grid.
As we are talking here, if you think 1% of the land area of Nigeria, put solar photovoltaic panels of 10% efficiency for 6 hours a day, you're going to have about 300,000 megawatts. 300,000 megawatts from solar alone. So what are we doing? Why are we not there? I think we must shape our leaders, get them to adopt the necessary policy, legal and regulatory framework, as well as entice investors to come and
The Pro-Chancellor of the institution, Vice Admiral Dele Ezoba, in his speech on the occasion, commended the choice of the university's convocation lecture, which, according to him, exposed in clear terms the challenges of the power sector in the country, which had been a cause for concern for several years.
And one of the things that I like, particularly with regards to what he told us, was where he did enunciate by way of recommendation that we should look at the structure or the model that have adopted in the past, because some of them have not yielded the desired dividend.
Visitor to the university, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Petroleum Technology, Professor Akpofure Rimruke, commended the management of the university for the milestones achieved since the inception of the institution. He noted that, with the steady progress of the university following its takeover from the federal government from its previous private operators, it was molded to be a citadel of learning that will enhance the growth of Nigeria's maritime sector, while also enhancing technological development and creating more jobs for the youth of the country. The president also congratulated the graduating students on the successful completion of their degree programs.
Today, Admiralty University is sending its third batch of bachelor's degree holders into the world. This is a testament to the fact that the university has kept faith with its academic calendar. I encourage the university to continue in this direction and not to allow anything to disrupt its academic programs.
A goodwill message to the university was delivered on behalf of the Chief of Naval Staff, who was represented by Rear Admiral I.A. Dewu. Representatives of other universities including Delta State University and Denis Osadebe University also handed out letters of goodwill from the institutions. A total of 100 students graduated from the faculties of Arts, Management, Social Science, as well as Applied Science, of which 7 graduated with first-class degrees, 51 second-class upper, 41 second-class lower, and 1 third-class. A female graduate, Miss Somtochukwu Onudinachi of the Department of Biology and Forensic Science, emerged as the overall best graduating student. In an interview with Quest News, she expressed joy as she led us into a source of motivation.
It feels good, and what has kept me motivated is making my parents proud and making myself proud, because when I was in high school I was bullied and nobody believed in me then, and it was as if I could not make anything out of myself.
It was truly a moment of pride for the students, the parents, and the entire university community. For the graduates, this marks a significant step forward, while for the parents, this brings an overwhelming sense of relief and pride. From Admiralty University of Nigeria, Rona Adetunji, Quest Television.